It was a rainy day during my second year of high school. My classmate, Sota Mayuzumi, slipped on the stairs of the pedestrian bridge and broke his right ankle. The next day, Sota showed up at school with a cast on his right foot, leaning on crutches. Sota, are you okay? I kinda messed up. For almost 2 months afterward, Sota was forced to live with crutches. Since there were no elevators in the school, just moving between classrooms was a struggle. Worried, I stayed by his side most of the time, helping with daily tasks and anticipation in events. Thanks, man. If it weren't for you, I don't know what would have happened. It's nothing. We're friends. It's only natural. Afterward, Sota and I went to different universities. We grew apart, but we stayed close until graduation. Then time passed, and I, Iori Yanagawa, turned 29. I currently work as a sales department head at a company called Scat Data Systems.
Iori, I want to ask about this document.
Sure. What's up? She's Miyako Damasu, a colleague who joined the company a year ago and is also my girlfriend. Miyako apparently broke up with her boyfriend who worked at another company a few months ago. Her ex's personality was truly intense. He was usually cheerful, but when drunk, he would raise his hand to Miyako.
I thought it was my fault, so I put up with it. But I just couldn't take it anymore.
As she spoke tearfully, all the employees in the sales department, including me, sympathized. And I was one of them. One day during a break, I approached her, concerned. Miyako, I heard about what happened. It must have been tough.
Yes? But thanks to everyone listening to me, I feel calmer now. You're all so kind.
Glad to hear that. Here, this is from me.
Is it okay?
It's nothing. I may be a guy, but if you ever need to talk, feel free to come to me anytime.
Thank you.
From that day on, I started listening to Miyako's troubles. As she opened up, my desire to protect her grew stronger. Every time we talked alone, our bond grew closer, and after she confessed, we started dating. However... why does someone like him get to be with Miyako? Since then, things started to change with my colleagues. Yosuke Katsuki began making sarcastic remarks toward me. Although he was the department head, his constant bragging and sarcasm made him unpopular in the department. It seemed that he had feelings for Miyako, but there was no need to care about Katsuki. We continued dating without paying attention to him, but soon, I started feeling uncomfortable.
Iori, there's something I want to ask. Could you buy this for me?
Let me see. 10 million? Isn't this too expensive? Miyako, isn't this something you buy for birthdays or special occasions? I'll get it for you later. Just, think about which one you want the most. Miyako backed down when I said that, but perhaps she was upset, as we gradually grew distant after that. In parallel, Miyako started ignoring me and spending more time with Katsuki.
Hey Yosuke, there's a restaurant I want to visit on the way back today.
Of course! Miyako's insincere attitude made me uncomfortable, but we had only been dating for about a month, and had only gone on 3 dates. My feelings were cooling down, and I decided to let the relationship fizzle out naturally. But then, a few days later, something happened. I feel like I'm being watched. What's going on? When I went to work that day, the atmosphere in the office was strange. Then, on my way to my desk, I was shocked to see Miyako, crying and talking. Miyako? What happened?
I thought you were a kind person, Iori.
You're the worst, to hit Miyako when she was heartbroken.
I never thought you were such a terrible person.
What? What are you talking about? I didn't say that. Then are you saying Miyako is lying? Look at how much she's crying. I tried to explain, but the employees sympathized with Miyako's fragile tears. They started whispering, saying I thought he was such a nice person, and what's going on with him? Could it be that Miyako's ex-boyfriend? She said he would hit her when drunk, but maybe that was just a lie she used to gain sympathy. 2 weeks later, the stress of being isolated in the office had built up to its breaking point. I had completely become a harassment guy, and Katsuki was treated like a hero. Walking through the cold night streets, hopping from one izakaya to another, I had never hated myself for not knowing how to look at women more than I did now. Which store should I go to next? As I looked around aimlessly. Hey, could it be Iori? A man came running from across the street and called out to me. Wait, could it be Sota? Yeah, it's been a while. Since high school, right? Oh, we haven't seen each other since we went to different colleges.
Do you know each other?
Yeah, he's my classmate, Iori Yanagawa. And this is my colleague, Chiaki Kisaragi. Nice to meet you, Kisaragi-san.
Nice to meet you, Yanagawa-san. It's an honor to meet you.
And by the way, Iori, you seem kind of down. If you want to talk, I'm happy to listen. Sota's kind offer made me decide to go with him to a nearby izakaya. I poured out all my frustrations, letting the alcohol take control. Why did things end up like this?
Aww, I can't hear this without tears. Iori just wanted to help that woman.
Hey, both of you, you're way too drunk.
To set someone up like that, it's horrible. As a woman, it's embarrassing.
I can't believe you dismiss Iori's kindness like that. Using him like a cash cow, and then isolating him in the office. Sota, you're rubbing salt into my wounds here. Iori, I've always wanted to thank you. Let me return the favor. Return the favor? Wait, is this about that thing from high school? That wasn't something you should be thanking me for. I'm the president of a company called Lovekoi Solutions. Wait, the president? Surprised? Actually, my dad is the president of a company called Lovekoi Tech. Your dad's the president? I never knew that. Well, I didn't tell anyone back then. I worked at my dad's company right out of college, but he told me to challenge myself more. So he made me the president of a subsidiary, Lovekoi Solutions, last year.
I also worked at the headquarters, and at that time I was appointed as vice president. Since we're close in age, it's easier to collaborate in management.
Chiaki too? I see. To be entrusted with running a company, even as his son, you must have done a lot at the headquarters. Not that much. So, what do you think, Iori? It's still a small company with only about 30 employees, but everyone gets along well. I can guarantee no one in the company will try to sabotage you. There are still a lot of things like handovers and company matters, so I'm not forcing you, but what do you think? Of course, I'm really happy. If I can, I would love to work with you, Sota. I'll talk to my company tomorrow, so can you wait a bit? Great! I'll wait for your good answer. The next day, I immediately submitted my resignation and had a conversation with my manager. Although my manager regretted my departure, she understood the situation and accepted it willingly.
I'm sorry. I've been advising everyone, but my influence wasn't enough.
After completing the handover and a month later, I started working in the sales department of Lovekoi Solutions. There was a lot to relearn, which was tough, but sales was something I was used to, so I quickly became an asset and contributed greatly. Just like Sota said, everyone gets along well here. Since it's a small company, I had the chance to talk to almost everyone, deepening my relationships with them. Working together with the kind people, the emotional scars from my previous job gradually began to heal. By the way, Sota, Chiaki, are you two dating? During a break one day, I suddenly asked this question. No, we're not.
Yeah, there's no way I'd date someone like this.
Did you have to say it like that?
Because this guy uses a Velcro wallet for his personal life.
Velcro? Wallets don't matter as long as money's in them.
I can't believe that sense of yours. When we went to eat together, the sound of the Velcro was so loud. It was honestly embarrassing, totally a no-go.
Did you have to say all that? Well, to be honest, I've been busy lately and have barely had any personal life, so I'm not thinking about relationships right now. Chiaki is a trusted work colleague. If I'm being honest, she's a reliable vice president and a comrade. You two might actually be more suited to each other than I am with her. We? Come on, you two are both so capable. Jackie, you like people who can do their job, right?
Boss, you didn't have to go that far.
That's right, Sota. It's not about romance or preference. We're just work colleagues, so stop making such a big deal out of it. Wait, Chiaki-san?
No, never mind.
Oh, what's this? Once I started seeing her as a woman, I found Chiaki, who was capable and kind-hearted, more attractive. I think I might like Chiaki-san. It seemed that Chiaki too started becoming more aware of me because of Sota's words. After that, we began going out for meals together on weekends, and gradually grew closer. Welcome back, Iori! Can I talk to you for a bit? Half a year after joining the company, I had been promoted to sales department head. When I returned from an outside meeting, Sota approached me. Hey, what's up? I just wanted to talk about something. Sota seemed more serious than usual. I followed him to another room to continue the conversation. A few weeks later, I was at a system development exhibition. The main purpose was to promote our company products. Sota and Chiaki were also at the venue for market research and to check on other companies. Alright, we're ready. Hopefully, we can make some good deals.
Yes, that would be great.
But as life goes, things didn't always go smoothly.
Iori-kun.
Miyako appeared in front of their company booth, her expression fake. It's been a while, so you're here too.
Yes. You're President Mayuzumi, right? Nice to meet you. I'm Miyako Damasu from Scott Data Systems.
Well, thank you for the polite introduction. You know about me, it seems.
Of course! You're the capable president of a rapidly growing company.
Actually, our company had been steadily building a solid reputation, and President Sota had become a hot topic in magazines and media. Sota was introduced as a young and skilled president, plus, he was handsome. It was likely that Miyako was interested in him for that reason.
By the way, I didn't expect you to be working here, Iori. President Mayuzumi, I'm sorry to say this, but I don't think he's suited for your company.
Oh, why is that?
Actually, I dated him once, and his true nature is that of a cowardly, controlling man. He expected me to serve him just because I'm a woman. I thought he was a nice guy, but I'm sure his true nature will show at work, and he will cause trouble for you.
That's enough. I see. So you also slandered him at your previous job like this.
No, President Mayuzumi, you're being deceived. You should decide how to handle this before it becomes irreversible.
Iori is my benefactor.
Huh?
I've had people come at me because of my family, so I can easily spot those with ulterior motives and kept my distance. But among them, Iori was the only one who helped me without any hidden agendas. He was just a classmate, not trying to use me in any way. Back then, Sota and I didn't really have any interactions. We only exchanged greetings at most. At first, I thought he might be some sly guy, but he wasn't like that at all. I can say for sure after watching him until graduation. Sota.
Well then, could we at least exchange contact information? I saw you on TV the other day, President Mayuzumi, as a young challenger. I've always thought you were really handsome, President.
It seemed like Miyako had a particular fondness for Sota, and even as her mask was slipping, she wouldn't back down.
I just remembered. I've seen you somewhere before, and I've been trying to remember where. I finally figured it out. You go to a host club, don't you? Eh?
As it turned out, Chiaki had recently started visiting a bar run by a friend, and on her way there, she had often seen Miyako entering a nearby host club.
You're a beautiful woman, so you've left an impression on me. I never expected you were the woman who tried to ruin him.
Ah, I see. You try to get him to buy you brand name stuff right away after you started dating, so you could give that money to the host.
No!
Yes, Miyako was obsessed with host clubs. For her, visiting them was a main priority. She had been making various men buy her expensive things, which had been discovered. She had been forced to quit her previous job and transfer to SCAT data systems. Well, honestly, it worked out for the best. I was really pissed, and the stress was unbearable. But thanks to you, I was able to meet Sota again. And because of that, I was able to get a good job. And now, I'm the sales department manager.
What? Manager?
Yes, a few months ago, Sota had suggested that I be promoted to manager. Hey Yori, how about becoming the sales manager? What? Me? There hadn't been any department heads or managers at the newly established Lovekoi Solutions. Sota and Chiaki had been directly managing departments, making final decisions and giving orders. You're good at your job, and since we're classmates, it's easier for me to consult you on things. Also, I don't want to bring personal feelings into work, but as a form of repayment, I want to give you the best treatment I can at this company. You don't need to answer right away, but think about it, okay? Thanks, Sota, but I can't let you give me this much special treatment just because we are friends. So here's the deal. If I can bring back a big contract that I'm currently handling, how about that? That way, I think the other employees will agree with your decision. So, I want you to watch me as I prove my ability as the manager of the sales department. I'm confident you're the best person for this job. Ahem. Very well. Then I'm counting on you, Iori. Okay, got it, boss. And as promised, I successfully brought in a big contract and officially became the sales manager. It's because you abandoned him. Thanks to that, we were able to bring in great talent. I'm glad you're such a fool who have bad taste for men.
Damn! If it has come to this...
Sorry, Iori. Things got awkward because of what happened earlier. That was just a little joke.
I came to talk to you because, well, I need help. Actually, I'm being mistreated by Yosuke-san. I really wanted to stay with you, but back then I was threatened, and I couldn't take it anymore.
Does that really work on anyone? You're good at pretending, but you're pretty weak-minded, aren't you?
No! This time it's true! He said, if you don't date me, I'll do something to him.
Miyako forcefully changed her story, clearly trying to deceive again.
Are you trying to use Iori's kindness to deceive him again? No! It's not like that. Don't go near him anymore. From now on, I'll make Iori happy.
Chiaki stood next to me, confidently declaring, and I felt my heart race.
Wait, no, Iori!
Miyako still tried to cling to me, but... Miyako!
Yosuke-san?
What the hell is this on my credit card statement? The bill next month is 800,000 yen? You used the card for brand items and cash advances. I lent it to you thinking it was for you, but this is all for the host? It seemed that Yosuke had been listening to our conversation and had a bad feeling. So he checked the statement. How am I supposed to live with this 800,000 yen charge?
No, this is...
So the whole I wanna be happy with you was a lie?
What? You like me, don't you? I'm letting you date me, so maybe you should be thanking me.
Huh? Get over yourself! I'm done with this money-grubbing leech! An 800,000 yen credit card bill. Tough luck. The two of them continued arguing, forgetting that they were at an exhibition venue. They kept at it for a while, but eventually, they were taken by the sales department head of SCAT Data Systems, and were harshly scolded. Later, Katsuki filed a police report claiming that Miyako had fraudulently used his credit card. However, it was difficult to prove whether she had intended to deceive him from the start, and so the investigation didn't go anywhere, leading to a civil lawsuit. You approached me because you wanted my money, right? Give it back!
We were in a relationship, so this is to be expected.
The two of them are now embroiled in a bitter lawsuit, using up what little savings they have left. Also, due to the cold looks they received in the office, both of them were forced to resign. After Miyako left her job, everyone learned that I was wrongly accused of something I didn't do. One by one, former colleagues began apologizing to me. The sales department manager at Scat Data Systems also called to apologize.
I'm so glad you found yourself a wonderful workplace. I need to work hard too to create an environment like yours.
With the two of them resigning, the sales department was now short on staff, and they plan to overhaul things on a large scale. I don't really care about the former colleagues, but I hope this sales manager gets the recognition she deserves. By the way, the exhibition ended successfully. After negotiating, we managed to find a few new business partners. That's what I'm talking about, sales manager! You were a huge success at the exhibition!
Wow, Iori, you were amazing. I'm looking forward to seeing more from you.
A little while later, I started dating Chiaki, and Sota happily congratulated us. I don't do kind things for the sake of getting something in return, but there are those who remember the kindness we've built up over time. The reason I'm able to work happily here is because of Sota and Chiaki. Thank you.
I'm glad you came to this company, Iori.
Kindness given to others will always be returned somewhere. Maybe the world is made in such a way.
Huh. Enjoy acting all calm while you can. I mean, my store's full of hot girls. Big bro, I need a favor. Please, help them. The store's in trouble. I want you to hire my employees.
Dewey, I think whether it's night work or fashion, what really matters doesn't change.
My name is Rui Otori. This is a memory from when I used to work at the youth fashion brand Kings. The one speaking in front of me is Otowa Shinomiya, a former hostess turned charismatic saleswoman, now the store manager. She's someone I admired.
Our job is to give everyone who visits our store the dream of a lifetime. Take pride in what you do. Because the stars of this job are all of you.
Time passed, and now I'm 28. 2 years ago, I started my own fashion company and launched my brand, Alan, opening a store. The concept is fashion for hosts, band guys, and the so-called underground crowd.
Boss, I really think it's time to hire more staff. That store called Sinclair, right? Even if their concept is similar, we're still super busy.
I'll be fine. Thanks for worrying about me.
Boss?
More importantly, thank you for always welcoming customers with a smile. Because you make them happy, we get to stay busy every day. I'll do my best too, so I can make you smile in return. I forced the brightest smile I could, just wanting my team to feel reassured. Even though I said that to them, it's true. We're seriously short-staffed. Well, well, if it isn't Otori. Kiragi, it's you. On my way home, I turned at the sound of that annoying voice I recognized. This guy's name is Setsuna Hiragi, a former colleague from King's. He's running his own fashion brand now too. How's business? Going well? It's going alright. His brand, Sinclair, has definitely had some impact, but my store's doing just fine. Huh. Enjoy acting all calm while you can. I mean, my store's full of hot girls. You, with your mob face, step into my shop and you just vanish in a sea of beauty. Sure. You haven't changed one bit. Not that I care, but don't go making those girls miserable. Huh? What the hell's that supposed to mean? I had no desire to keep talking to him, so I ignored the voice behind me and walked away. That bastard. Just wait. One day I'm gonna crush your whole company. Let's go, guys. On this lonely spring night, the only sound is rain hitting the street. A few days after running into Hiragi, I stood alone after closing, watching the rainy city from the window. Then came the sound of banging on the door. I sighed and headed over. Who'd show up at this hour? All right, I'm coming. When I opened the door and saw who it was, I froze. Aruto. A man soaked in rain with two very different types of beautiful women. That man was my younger brother, Aruto Otori. He used to be a host, but after saving up money, he opened a cabaret club in Shinjuku. You're all soaked. Just come inside now. I grabbed Aruto's arm and brought them all into the store. Aruto looked at me with a desperate expression. Big bro, I need a favor. Please, help them. The store's in trouble. I want you to hire my employees. The two women Aruto brought gasped.
Wait! That's not why I came here. I heard you were his brother, so I thought you'd listen if I came with him. That's why I brought Mirei, too. She's right. There's no way we could just leave Aruto like this.
As I watched them speak humbly, memories from the past came rushing back. Hey, Aruto, you still haven't finished your summer homework. What have you been doing all this time? It's fine. I'm gonna make a living off this face. Aruto was always lazy and hopeless. No matter how much me or our parents warned him, he blew off schoolwork. He'd openly say he was gonna be a host someday, and even though I was exasperated, I knew deep down he wasn't a bad guy. We all looked after our cheerful and upbeat younger brother, but then... There's no way that kind of business will last forever. Huh. Shut up. I've been in the nightlife world long enough. I know what works. Don't lump me in with my brother who only hears things secondhand from his manager. Fine, do whatever you want. Maybe his host days gave him some warped sense of pride, but Aruto stopped listening to advice completely. I got angry too, like he was insulting Otowa-san, and we drifted apart after that. So, in the end, your cabaret club failed and you're shutting it down? By the way, the woman with the golden drill hair and strong-willed vibe is Claire Hojo. The intelligent one with silky black hair and glasses is Mirei Shinonome. Both used to work at Aruto's club. Aruto, I warned you so many times. But you wouldn't listen. Shut your place down? And now you expect me to help you? That day, I said awful things to you, and you were right about everything. So don't worry about me. But they're different. Claire and Mirei stuck with a failure like me until the very end. I know you have no reason to help me, but could you at least think about it? For their sake?
No way. If you've got room to hire someone, hire Aruto instead of me. She's right. I'll find a job somehow. Please help Aruto.
Aruto would never say something like that before, but now I could tell. He truly regretted what he'd done. And Claire and Mirei clearly cared about him too. Maybe something changed once his business started to fail. We're short on help anyway. I'll hire all three of you. First month's a trial period. Thank you. And I'm sorry for everything, big bro.
Thank you so much.
After that, the three of them, Aruto, Claire, and Mirei, successfully completed their probation and are now full-time employees. Aruto, who seems to have studied a lot during his cabaret club days, mainly supports the business side now, while Claire and Mirei work the floor, handling customer service. This month's top sales goes to you, Claire. Congrats!
Naturally. Next month, too, I'll sell so our customers shine their brightest.
Seen that, bro? Our Claire's amazing, huh? Waving from a little distance with the other employees, Aruto flashes a proud grin. That guy.
Aruto's really loosened up since coming here. In a good way.
So before, he was...
Yeah, I think what you see now is the real him. Back when we were working at the cabaret club, honestly, I often thought, what kind of manager is this guy? But Aruto picked up me and Mirei and never abandoned us, even at the end. I hate injustice, so I'd get into arguments even with owners. And Mirei had trouble with sales due to her stiff expression, so she really couldn't shine at other clubs. Even so, Aruto believed in our potential and kept us close. That's why both of us are really grateful to him.
I see. I'm glad Aruto had people like you and Mirei by his side.
And I'm glad your brother's the company president. I really respect how you approach your work, too. Show every customer the dream of a lifetime. That's such a great philosophy. I'd love to keep helping build a store that can do just that.
Well, I kind of borrowed that line, but thanks. That means a lot. A few weeks later, I invited Shinonome-san out to a bar a friend owns.
Sorry to make you go out of your way, President.
Was it that obvious?
Oh, and it's about yourself. You know best.
Yes. Today, I invited Shinonome-san because her recent sales have been down.
Unlike Aruto-san or Claire, I can't really contribute to the business side or help much in sales. As you can see, I lack expression and struggle with being cheerful. Back in the cabaret club, some customers were fine with small talk and nodded along, so I managed by studying their interests. But making people feel genuinely uplifted, that's much harder. It's just how I am. It's not something I can easily change. I don't want to be a burden anymore, so maybe I should just resign.
Shinonome-san, please wait. It's true you don't have Claire's brightness, and maybe customer service isn't your strongest suit. But you're diligent, and you study fashion trends and customer needs thoroughly. That's why I was thinking, maybe you'd be good at sourcing fabrics and materials.
You think I could do that?
You won't know unless you try. It's okay. If anything goes wrong, I'll back you up. After that, Shinonome-san gradually got used to sourcing work, and little by little, her expression began to brighten.
President, I'd like to discuss the sourcing for next season. In terms of balancing cost and quality, and also staying on trend.
Now, she handles her job with such confidence, she barely needs my support at all. Alright then, can you work out the details with the supplier? Still, Shinonome-san, you've really come into your own.
That's only because you backed me up so much. It's thanks to you that I've made it this far. Really, thank you.
No, I'm the one who's grateful. Seeing you so full of life at work makes me happy. Same goes for Aruto and Claire. It's a huge help having you all here. Come on. If we're talking about payback, I've still got a long way to go.
You're kidding, right? You had to handle so much before we came, didn't you? You're not still trying to do everything on your own, are you?
Of course not. Since you all came, I've had it way easier. That's good to hear. We want to support you properly, bro.
If anything comes up, don't hesitate to speak up, okay? And if you ever feel anxious or need to vent, just say so. We'll always be here for you.
Yeah, I really am blessed with the people around me. Meanwhile, over at Sinclair, the store Hiragi runs, his furious voice echoed through the back office. Hey, what the hell are these numbers? Sinclair gathered aspiring celebrities and model-type beauties, targeting mostly male customers. At one point, their sales even outpaced Allen's, but now the momentum had completely died down. You're letting a store run by that low-life Otori overtake us? Are your pretty faces just decoration? You know how much money I'm paying you? Unbelievable. I sold my pride and body to rich old hags just to gather these ex-model wannabes. And now they're all useless. totally worthless. From tomorrow on, sell clothes like your lives depend on it. If you have to, use your looks or whatever else you've got. It's not like you had any real talent for modeling anyway. A few days later, one of Sinclair's employees was stomping through the streets in a huff.
Ugh, unbelievable. That bastard boss just says whatever the hell he wants. Sure, we've made some mistakes, but that doesn't mean he can talk to us like that. Wait, the store? Wasn't this the one the boss had been talking about like it's the enemy?
Passing by Alan's store by chance, the employee stops, clearly curious.
I'll be at your next live too. I'm really rooting for you. Good luck. Great job today, Claire. Let's start closing up.
Whew! Another great day of work.
Hey boss, buy me a drink.
Sure, but not for you, Claire. Your drunk mode is a menace.
Hey, that's so mean.
This store's vibe. It's totally different from ours.
We're a lively bunch, huh? That's just how it always is here.
What?
Startled by Aruto's sudden appearance, she instinctively jumps back. Our president's policy is, show everyone who visits our store the dream of a lifetime. And to make that happen, he makes sure to keep us happy first.
I see. Makes sense if you're serving customers with a bad attitude. There's no way they'll be happy. Thanks for the insight.
Oh, no, not at all. The store's closing for the day, but next time you stop by, we'll make sure to show you the dream of a lifetime. A few weeks later, Hiragi was at his wit's end. What the hell is going on? Why are so many people suddenly quitting? Those ungrateful brats. Forgot who gave them a job in the first place. Apparently, the entire staff had walked out, and Sinclair was forced to shut down. I'll never forget this. Some of the ex-Sinclair employees ended up joining Alan.
Big sale today. We've got tons of cute and cool clothes, so take your time and check them out.
With more staff and higher sales, I might even start thinking about expanding the business. Just as that thought crossed my mind... Hey, Otori, I know you're here. Get out here. The front door burst open, and Hiragi stormed inside. Traitors! Working at a place like this, of all places.
Hey, Hiragi, sir.
I'm gonna have to ask you to stop disrupting business. What do you want, Hiragi? Everyone, please escort the customers out and apologize. Also, close the store for today. Leave this to me. Huh. Trying to act cool in front of the ladies, huh? You really pulled a low move poaching my staff. Let's not twist things. I didn't poach anyone. They came here because they wanted to. Shut up. I've hated you from the start. You only outsold me back at the old store because you were doing shady stuff, right? Talking trash about me to customers. Huh? Like hell I'd do that. And why the hell did you get better results than me? You don't even look good compared to me. So that's why he's always been hostile. I let out a deep sigh. Listen, it's because you were so fixated on the numbers that your performance tanked. What did you say? Didn't Otoa-san tell you too? Show the dream of a lifetime to those who visit our store. But all you cared about was how much people spent. You ignored how customers felt. No one wants to buy clothes from someone like that. That's not... Hey, maybe you should stop. You're seriously embarrassing yourself. I turned at the familiar voice and saw Aruto emerging from the nap room in PJs. Aruto, that outfit. Give me a break. I worked late last night. It's my day off. Let me sleep, man. Who the hell are you? Mind your own business. Well, true. It's not really my business. But, as someone who also crashed a business before, I do have something to say. I used to be just like you, chasing profits and treating people like tools, and I failed.
What?
That's right. Back then, Aruto was a manager obsessed with sales numbers. What the hell are these numbers? Get them to pop bottles with pure instinct. Look, the psychology behind getting someone to open a bottle is... Using his host experience, he gave out all kinds of advice, but not everyone can thrive in that environment. Most of the girls felt he was too harsh or inhuman and eventually left the club. I used to think that was what being a host and a manager meant, but one day, my brother seriously tore that mindset down. He said, if you can't make your staff happy, how the hell do you expect to make customers happy? Deep down, I knew he was right, but pride and ego got in the way, and I couldn't change. In the end, the girls all left, and the business crumbled. You and I both went down the wrong path. And that wasn't anyone else's fault but our own. Aruto. Even so, there were people who didn't give up on me. That's how I got a second chance. No way. I couldn't have been wrong. It's all his fault. Sure. I hope you find someone someday who'll help you straighten yourself out. After that, Hiragi had no choice but to shut down his company. He still had debts to pay off. With such a niche resume, he struggled to find work again. By the way, I made sure to file a damages claim for disrupting business. How many more days of work will it take to pay this all off? Now that he's working day labor gigs, maybe he's finally learning what it's like to be one of the workers. Meanwhile, with the expanded staff, Alan opened a second store, with Aruto as the new manager. You sure I'm the right guy for this, bro? Yeah, I trust you with it. Don't let me down.
Naruto-san, thank you for giving someone like me, who had nowhere to go, a place to belong. I wish I could keep working with you, but...
Aruto suddenly lets out a sly grin and leans toward Claire and Mirai. It's fine. You both want to stay here, right? Don't worry about me. I don't know who'll end up dating my brother, but when you do, tell me about it.
Oh, what are you saying?
Geez, just hurry up and go to your new store already, Aruto.
1 year later, we all gathered again for the first time in a while. So, bro, have you decided? Claire or Shinonome? Who are you gonna date? Aruto suddenly drops a bomb and I barely hold back a spit take. What the hell are you talking about?
Stop teasing us, Aruto-san. We're not like that with him.
It's been a year and we're still doing this.
But I want to be with you, President. I like you.
Huh? Whoa, Shinonome coming in hot.
What? Wait, since when?
Since when? Pretty long ago, actually.
Well, I like him too, okay?
Claire too? Man, this is intense. What are you gonna do, bro? This little gremlin is clearly enjoying this. But honestly, it's fun. Maybe it's inappropriate, but this warm, chaotic moment in front of me, this is the result of all the bonds we've built over time. From Otowa-san to me, from me to Aruto, from Aruto to Claire and Shinonome. One person connects to another, and together, we've created something truly